I know I gotta get up in the morning. How's everybody doing? As you can tell by the title, we about to get into some truth. And anytime I've done any videos like this, it's always been about my truth. Now, if you can feel some type of truth in your life, you know what I'm saying, great. But this is always more for me. All right. First of all, before I get into this, I wanted to open up. This is my Christmas present to myself. Yeah. Y'all see what it's got? Yeah. Gonna put that thing on. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. That look good, boy. That look good. All right, so I'm gonna touch on just for a second why I bought this. So I did was it a DNA test or DNA me or whatever that thing is? And I thought that I was like a good percentage of Nigerian and a good percentage of Ghana, and for me, it was really inspirational. It was really mindful to know that I knew some of my history. You know, some people, yeah, y'all know y'all grandparents and great grandparents and heritage. Thank you. You know all that. You can look on a wall and you know where all your people are from. Most African Americans don't have that luxury, so that just brought a part of my heritage to me, and it really felt good. So knowing that I'm like 60% Nigerian, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna flourish that. I'm gonna flaunt that. So yeah. I'm 40 years old. I've never eaten African food before, and it's a shame. You know what I'm saying? Because we have African restaurants here, we have African culture here, but for some reason, Black people stray away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't. I don't know. We got a really weird culture. Anyway, but let's go ahead and get this, man. So all truth right here. The truth is I did not prepare for this live right here, but I know I needed to do a certain amount of videos and especially lives. And I didn't want to edit. I already edited a weekly video and I posted tomorrow. But when I have things in my mind, I feel so much better when I come speak on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't sleep very well if I have things in my mind. I have to come write it down, or in this case, come talk. How you doing, Karina? Thank you for being here. So I guess you guys don't sleep well either. You know what I'm saying? But let's get it. Let's talk about truth. And when we talk about truth, we want to say, what is it? I don't mean a version of truth. I always hear that. Oh, he's telling his version or her version. Nah, I don't believe there's a such thing as that. Are you at work? there's truth, and then there's lies. If you're telling a story and you omit certain things because you don't want to, talk about yourself or make yourself look bad, that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I told most of the story. I just told most of the truth. You lie when you omit things. But why do we do that? And everybody lies. I would love for somebody to get on here and say they don't lie. But like, why do we do that? And I don't want to say why do we do that, but we do it. I want to say why I do it. I lie sometimes to make myself feel good. I lie sometimes to try to make myself look good to others. But what ends up happening, I feel stupid afterwards. I feel like, damn, I didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to do, you guys, is I'm 40, all right? And I don't know how much time I have left on this earth. But none of us do. I keep hearing and seeing all this stuff on the news and this media, and like nobody lives long. You don't know how much longer you're going to live. And I don't want to die with regret. I have enough regret. When I look back at my life right now, I should be a certain rank in the army. 20 years in the army, I'm only 85. You know what I'm saying? When I look back on my life and, relationships and, there's still a woman that I felt like I, let get away and, I didn't handle certain situations and stuff like that. Now, obviously, I can't do shit about the past, but all I want to do in my life, in my mental right now, at my time and destination is do not make the same mistakes that I did in my past. I want to learn from those. Hell, make new mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But in order to do that, what's up, bro? In order to do that, you have to first be honest with yourself. All right, you have to tell the truth. A lot of people can't even do that shit. A lot of people feel very comfortable lying to themselves and lying to others. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you cannot move forward like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit's heavy. It's heavy on you. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's very difficult to move forward. It's very difficult to level up when you have stress on your shoulders, when you have lies and regret and all that shit on your shoulders. Perfect example. If you got pretty much everybody knows who Emmett Till is, and the story behind it. I tried to watch that movie and I just, I cry a lot. Like in the last 3 years, 4 years, I've cried so much in my life. I'm a big, tall man, but I've just been really emotional, and I don't hide it. Not much. Okay, I do hide it. I still feel ashamed about crying sometimes, but shit. I just let it rain. I just let it come out, man, and I cry and I get it out my system. I go about. You know what I'm saying? I do what I got to do. But the lady involved with Emmett Till, she lied and said that Emmett Till had whistled at her, right, and that's what got him killed. Well, racism and evil white men got him killed, but he died tragically. And on her deathbed, I don't know her name. I don't have my computer right here in front of me, but on her deathbed, she's on her last breath. She said that Emmett Till did not whistle at her. And she never said anything her whole entire life. She held that secret her whole freaking life. She got that boy killed and never said anything until it was time for her to die. Now, can you imagine how heavy that could have been? And she thought about how many nights she's cried about that. Do y'all want to go through that? I know I don't. I want to give it all out. I want to feel free. You know what I'm saying? Many times, and I know for me, that we want to please everybody. I'm a person pleaser. You know what I'm saying? I want to be liked and shit. I want people to like me, but I'm not finna go out my fucking way to like make people like me. Either you like me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? And that's why my circle's small. I'm not finna act like I'm, interested in that, or I like this or I like that, and I really really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just at this age I'm done faking. You know what I'm saying? I'm done doing for others, or I'm done doing things or going to situations that I'm not happy in. Because after you do it, you feel less of a person. You feel depleted. You feel like, damn, I just wasted my time. And here it is. And let me probably say my real truth about it. When you do things that you don't want to do, when you go places you don't want to go, now sometimes you actually enjoy yourself. You actually have a good time doing some new things or doing something. But when it comes time for you to ask that same thing of somebody, the answer is no. The answer is no. I don't feel like it. And you thinking in your head, bitch, I did things for you that I didn't want to do. I went places that I didn't want to go for you. But when it's time for me, and I'm asking you, for something, then it's no. And it can be money, it can be time, it can be a destination, it can be whatever. But my point is, I'm saying no. I'm not doing anything that I feel like I don't want to do. I'm not going anywhere I don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? This life at this time in my journey, I'm doing things that is good for me, that makes me happy. I told you guys like before, it's all about happiness. All right, whatever I'm doing, it needs to include happiness. That means the people that I'm hanging around. That means the job that I'm doing. And I don't know whatever it is, making Kool-Aid needs to be happy. I want to do it with a smile on my face. When it's time for me to go, and we all gonna go. When it's time for me to go, I want to be smiling. Like the saddest thing that I'm gonna be sad about is I won't be able to see my kids grow. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about no past because you can't change the past. I'm talking about the future. I'm talking about doing things that's gonna, and you can't take any of this stuff with you. We all know that, right? We can't take any of this stuff with you. So, money, I like money. You know what I'm saying? Money is good and I want to make money. But then if I'm making money, then that means I ain't at home. You know what I'm saying? It's a catch 22. But if I'm at home all the time, then I ain't making money. So it's very important to have that balance. Like you have to ask yourself, what's really important? Spending time with my kids is really important. I love talking to them. I I tear up sometimes talking to them, especially that older one. You know what I'm saying? The Corey is doing an excellent job. I'm so proud of him. And I'm not there to be with him. I'm not there to be at his football game. I'm not there to be at his basketball game. I'm missing things with my kids, with Jericho and Kalia, my only daughter. You know, it's my beautiful daughter, and I just can't be there. And with all these tragedies going on and all these murders and setups and shit like that, man, that just really just makes me even more sad that I'm away. And then, just puts my stuff in perspective about what I want to do with the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I want to spend that time with my children. And I want to be happy. I want to be happy with what I'm doing. I want to be happy with the people around me. And just that whole thing, man. Just that whole thing is very important to me. I do YouTube because it's an awesome platform. It's an awesome way for me to get my voice out, my thoughts out, my energy, and better improve myself. And I said, if you guys can take something from it and apply it to your life, well, then that's great. But that's not really what I do it for. I really do it for myself. And I'm hoping the plan is for me to be the best Desmond that I can be. The best Desmond. When I was starting out as a young little kid, man, I wasn't loving the face that you see. I had big lips, big nose. I was taller than everybody, big ass feet. You know what I'm saying? I just did not like who I was. I used to get picked on for being too dark skinned. I used to stutter. Hell, I still stutter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ali, all those things I went through to make me who I am. But over the time, I end up loving myself. And I still love me. I love me very much. And I choose me. I choose me. So I don't have to worry about chasing a woman because I get another one or I'll be with my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Because I have me. I love me. I can sit somewhere and just laugh at myself. I talk to myself as it is. People think I'm crazy, but I'm setting up the next step. You know what I'm saying? I'm planning my day. I'm planning my life. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to myself and I can understand me. You know what I'm saying? I've come to a point in my life to where I love me and I want to improve on me and I want to get to be the best version of myself that I can be. Because the better that I am, and I always say this, I really believe this, and especially for those of you that are parents, the better you are, the better you can give to your children. If you're stuck in a place and you drink all the time and you smoke all the time and you're not trying to elevate yourself, what could you possibly do for your children? What could you possibly say to your children? You know what I'm saying? Don't be like me. Most of the time, people follow what you do versus what you say. Okay? You can tell your kid all day, don't smoke, don't smoke, don't smoke, but they see you smoking. They see you constantly smoking. You know what I'm saying? They're going to follow what you do. So I understand where I am in life. I am not the best role model. But I tell you one thing that I salute myself for is I'm always honest with my children. I spoke about a murder I'm sorry. It was a shooting. It wasn't a murder. It was a 6 year old kid that brought a gun to school in Richmond, Virginia, and I spoke about it. I talked to my 8 year old son Jericho. I said, "Hey son, have you heard about this?" Because me and him, you know, what I'm saying, is once your kids grow up, it's pretty awesome how you guys communicate. Now I don't always FaceTime him. Him and I communicate through TikTok. He'll send me videos. You know, so that's how we communicate. I'll send him a video, whatever. I don't know why that's better to FaceTime, but he puts a little captions and emojis and stuff like that on them. But no matter how it happens, we communicate. So I sent him the video of it, and of course, you know, so he didn't hear about it. He was like, and my 8 year old said, "How does a 6 year old get a gun?" I said, "Son, I asked the same question. You know, I was really baffled, but I knew he got it from his parent." My point is, I will always be honest with them. I'm pretty sure most parents would not discuss that with their children. Oh, he's too young, she's too young. No, kids are very freaking smart. They're freaking smart, and I at some point, you have to stop lying to your children. You have to stop lying. You tell your kids all the time to tell the truth, but you lie to them all the time. Okay, you lie to them about their mama, you lie to them about their daddy or their crackhead uncle. You always lying to them, and then you want them to tell you the truth. It does not make sense. I've never lied about my kids about Santa Claus. I thought I was so stupid. I feel like, well, damn, you starting off the process about lying, because at some point they're gonna figure out that Santa Claus is not real. So no, nope, mommy and daddy bought those gifts. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? And I always want to be like that. I've always been very honest with my kids. About divorce, about relationships, about life and death, you know, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I always want to be honest. When I always want them to know that when they come to dad, that daddy's going to be real and honest with them. Even if it's about my life, you know what I'm saying? They ask me about the army or ask me about what happened with you and mommy or, you know, whatever it is. I always want to be honest with them. I think the worst thing that I found out in life is that, excuse me, dating women and just talking to them, and I'm like, you know, and they're ignorant, you know. I'm like, your daddy ain't never told you about this, you know what I'm saying? Put you on game. Your brothers will never put you on game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've even noticed how some men treat their daughters. They treat them like they're a flower, a gentle petal, and if you touch them, like you're gonna break them. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be the same honesty that I give to my boys, I'm going to give to my daughter. I might actually be a little bit tougher on my daughter because she's a woman. And I know how hard it is out here to be a woman. And she's going to be gorgeous. She's already gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? I have to make sure, and this is how I feel like a parent's role is supposed to be. You should be making sure that your child is ready to go out here in this world and survive and prevail and succeed. Those are the things that I feel like a parent is supposed to be doing to ensure that their kids are going to be who they're supposed to be, period. I know sometimes we get wrapped up in work. Sometimes, you know, got the separations and divorce and shit. And I definitely got it. Trust me, I got it. And especially when you and the mother or father or whatever are not seeing eye to eye. Very difficult to try to like get that same mind frame of what we want our children to do and how we should raise them. And then once again, if you didn't have a positive example of what a mother should be like or what a father should be like, it's very difficult for you to instill that shit in your children. All right, so it's very important to me. One of the reasons why it's very important to me, obviously, is because I didn't have my father growing up. I know exactly what that did to me as a man, as a child. I'm 40 years old, and I'm not blaming this shit on anybody. Okay, I'm just speaking truth. When you don't have a father in the household in your life, I won't say in the household. I'll say if you don't have a father in your life, you're going to grow up differently. You're going to be missing things, whether you're a woman or a man. You will be missing things in your life that you need to have in order to be successful. Females that don't have their father, they have you ever heard this shit called daddy issues, mommy daddy issues? That shit's real. You know what I'm saying? I still find it funny when women call men daddy. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the shit, but you know what I'm saying? It's very funny. But that's real shit. I'm not going to put anybody's business out. But I have dated women that have never, ever met their father. And so when they see me being a father to my little ones, they're kind of shocked. They're like, they don't see that. They don't know how to react to that. So I could have followed what was done to me and I didn't have my father around. I could have made excuses and said, yeah, you know what? I didn't have my father around. I don't know how to be no daddy. I don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna, run from that obligation. I'm gonna run from that. What's the word? I was doing good from that job and responsibility. But hell no, I ran to it, and I will always run to it. I always put my kids first. And from what I'm hearing, that's a problem because you're supposed to put your spouse first or your girlfriend first. But I put my kids first. They are the most important thing to me. And what I'm hoping for is because we're going to have real talks. The older they get, I can speak to Corey a little differently now because he's a teenager. He can understand more. And then once my youngins get a little older, you know what I'm saying, we're going to have conversations, like real life conversations, what I feel like you need to have. Because I don't want them going through what I'm going through. Baby mamas and shit like that. I tell Corey right now, you better watch them. And I send him a little video. They'll set your ass up. They'll lie, you know what I'm saying? And, have your heart broke. But that's basically because, you know what I'm saying, I went through it. It is what it is. Let me tell y'all something real quick since we on truth. People don't tell the truth because they don't want people to look at them sideways. I'm gonna say it again. People, they omit the truth because they care about what people think and how they gonna look at them. Prime example, if I said I like guys right now and I'm bisexual, people are gonna look at me different. They're gonna talk to you different. Now, I'm not saying I'm bisexual, but that's exactly what I am saying is people look at you differently. This is why people hide in the closet. This is why people hold secrets. People look at you differently once you reveal the truth. So most people don't. They keep it on them. I feel better. I am so differently. I feel a lot better when I can get that truth off me. I ain't got to be fake around nobody. I ain't got to be this. If you ever noticed that everybody is not for everybody, right? You can still be you. You may not be a jock. You may not be a nerd. You somewhere in between there. But you're you. And you can find other people that are just like you. And you feel free. They understand you. They speak your language. You can laugh about the same thing. Have you ever seen somebody try to fake it and try to be somebody else, and it's really awkward. You go over there, laughing for no reason and trying to fit in where you do not fit in. Trying to put a damn puzzle piece, you're trying to put it in there, but it just don't fit. And nothing's wrong with you, but that atmosphere, environment just ain't for you. And that's okay. I think people, once they understand that, there's nothing wrong with you. 9 times out of 10, there's nothing wrong with you. Now, I'm not saying you can't improve. I just mean that the people that you're trying to hang around, it could be even the person that you're trying to date, they're just not right for you. You have to find somebody that's going to be a good fit. I'm all about that good fit. I've made so many mistakes, y'all. And like I said, I'm just trying to make better ones. I've already lived 40 years. It'd be a blessing to live 20, 40 more. And what am I going to do with those? How am I going to be a better person? How am I going to improve? And this is where I am right now. And this is why I said I don't want any more drama. That whole shit was draining. It was draining me. And I was depressed and all this shit was going on, and it just wasn't it wasn't beneficial at all. It was very hurtful. And then when I look at it, what do I have to show for it? I have nothing to show for it. Nothing. Nothing. So everything moving forward is a positive. Some things are a little bit more difficult than others, but at the end of the day, I feel like I am gonna be grateful. I'm gonna be in a better spot. Now it may be difficult at times, but I'm talking about as far as long run. As far as the long run, I'm gonna be where I need to be, where I'm intended to be, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm very looking forward to it. Some of you, some of us, I feel like everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody. And we're all just trying to find a way to do that. Even the negative ass people that always got something negative to say, that you can never find no joy in them. They want to be happy as well too. They just don't know how to be. They don't know what steps to take. I honestly cannot believe that you just want to wake up and be miserable and do not be better. I don't know. Let me talk to some. Hey, one more thing too, and this is what I was not going to talk about. I keep seeing a lot of domestic violence. Till death do. I was going to do a segment on till death do us part. I think I still might do it. Till death do us part. I spoke about it a couple of days ago. Husband kills wife and 2 kids and then kills himself. Woman kills husband. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, good gracious. And like the way Google works and the way YouTube works, once you click on something, then you have a whole bunch of suggestions. And I'm just looking at it, I'm like, holy, this shit happens it happens a lot, a lot more than I thought it would. I'm like, good gracious. I want to know, how serious are your vows when you take them? Now, I'm not a biblical person like that. But I want to know, till death do us part, is that in the Bible? I want to know, because sometimes, we say things because we keep hearing them and stuff. Is that really in the Bible? Really? Really? So you telling me, because I want to leave, or you want to leave, that's death. And if you feel that way, that is so freaking serious. And this is why I said before, the person that you plan on marrying is one of the most important decisions in your life. It's death. It's life or death. You gonna kill me because I want to leave the marriage? Say what? That's nuts. I mean, I'm smiling, I'm laughing and shit, but that is really crazy. The thing is, man, you don't really know. You don't really know when somebody's crazy. You don't really know. You don't really know. And let me tell you, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm making light of it, but I mean, I have a friend, and I always use him as an example, that I had a friend in the Army, and he killed himself because his wife wanted to leave. So it is that serious for some people. It ain't for me, but it is for some people. Some people kill themselves over money. They lost $10,000, $100,000. So I'm gonna kill myself. Man, what? Here's one thing that I can tell you from being broke, from living paycheck to paycheck. I think I showed y'all before how much money I had in my account at one time. Money's always going to be there. There's always ways to make money. You know what I'm saying? I've had up to $12,000 in my account. You know what I'm saying? And I've had as little as like $2.52. You know what I'm saying? Money's always going to be there. I feel like as long as you're working and you're doing what you got to do, money's going to come in. You know what I'm saying? But if you sit on your ass, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do, that's totally different. But if you're working and you doing your thing, well, it's always going to be there. I just don't see suicide as the answer. I don't see murder as the answer as far as like somebody wanting to leave you or you wanting to leave somebody. I don't condone cheating either. I don't condone cheating. You know what I'm saying? You come home from a hard day at work and you catch your spouse in there sleeping with somebody in your bed. You know what I'm saying? The fucking mortgage that you paying for and the sheets that you picked out. You got to be shitting me. Yeah, I'm gonna be upset. I probably throw some fucking grease on them bitches. You know what I'm saying? Some hot water or something. But I'm not gonna commit murder. I got too much to live for. I got 4 beautiful reasons to live. Five including myself. But you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't. And then also, and I'm just being fair here. I'm being real. A lot of people say what they would and would not do, but they're not in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I've been so upset before that I blanked out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know what happened. I got into a fight one time, and shit, I blacked out, and I seen the person. I was like, damn, I did that. I felt really fucking bad, yo. Like, no jokes. I mean, I want to win the fight, of course, but I didn't like it. First, suddenly I felt like I didn't have any control, and shit, I could have killed him then. You know what I mean? So, and that's when I was drinking real heavily. I was younger and stuff like that. But so with that being said, anything can happen. You can say all day, "Oh, I wouldn't do this," or "I wouldn't that," or "I would have, dealt with shit differently." Yeah, you can say that because you weren't in that situation. I excuse me. I used to say, if a woman wants to divorce you or leave you, then just let her ass leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't realize how detrimental a divorce could be until I got divorced. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in a bad shape. So I hid behind alcohol and marijuana. It sounds weird saying marijuana and weed, and I hid behind that. But I was definitely hurt, and thank God I had some therapy, and I had some loved ones. You know what I'm saying? But that shit really did hurt, and then also didn't help that it was public. It didn't help at all that it was public. Thank God I ain't no damn superstar, no shit like that. But just the amount of people that knew about it and that was discussing it, and all that, I just hated it. Just hated it. But the truth will set you free. And before you can be truthful with the world, you got to be truthful with yourself. What do you like? What don't you like? Who do you like? What you love? What you don't love? And once you figure out those things, shit, do more of it. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever you like doing, do more of it. Because we don't know how we don't know how much time we're gonna be able to do it. And that's where I am. I love Texas. I chose to move to Texas on purpose because I wanted to live here. I wanted to have a house here. When I was here as a private, I was like 19, 20 years old. I knew then that I wanted to stay and retire in Texas. I loved it. It's cheap cost of living. It's sunny and warm most of the damn time. It was 82 degrees today. It is January. 82 degrees, y'all. Shit, I was in shorts. And I knew then that I wanted to stay here. Of course, I didn't know all this stuff was going to be going on. A divorce, separation, my damn kids, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I had no idea. And we don't have any idea at all about our future. We just kind of roll with it. And we learn the best that we can along the way. And that's where I am. I'm just trying to live. I'm gonna go to some of these comments. I apologize. I told y'all, hey, if I'm talking, I try not to go to the comments because that should have thrown me off. But I thank you. Hell yeah, lies just keep going. Karina says, in her opinion, you can never please everyone. Hell no. And then you know what, like, and this is what I'm saying again, like I don't want to say the only person, 'cause that sound like, But the person that you should be trying to please the most is yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's who you're going to have. You know what I'm saying? And then when I said earlier that I love me, when I say I love me and I really mean that, what that does is when I'm in a relationship with somebody else, if they don't love me the way I love me, then well, it's going to be a problem. And that probably sounds crazy, but not really. Not really. If the person loves you like you love you, oh wow. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That says so much. But it's hard though. It's definitely hard. People are flawed. We are flawed. We have flaws. If you cannot love somebody because they have flaws, then hell, we will never be loving nobody then. We will never be loving nobody. Like I said before about fitting in and being the right person. Me, for example, I always use me. I have flaws. I just found out a few years ago I got mental issues. You know what I'm saying? I always knew I had PTSD, but I didn't know I was depressed. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I had some symptoms of bipolar. Was it bipolarism? You know, all of that. I like to be alone. You know what I'm saying? I a few years ago also I found out there was a name for it. Introvert. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like my me time. You know what I'm saying? Some people go crazy not talking for a week. Shit, me, I'm good. I be up in my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it isn't that anything is wrong with you. It's you have to find a person that you can be yourself with. That's okay with you being who you are. Excuse me. And that's a tough decision. That's a tough match right there. Is trying to find that right person. Some people are in relationships right now or married right now that aren't happy and they cannot be themselves. This is why. And this is what I'm talking about. You're married, you're in a relationship, but you sneak out to have sex with somebody else because you can't do that same sex at home. Prime example. A man was arrested for sleeping with a prostitute. When they came in, the girl that he had paid was using the strap on the dude. And the wife was mad. She was shocked. And she was like, I didn't know you know what I'm saying? I didn't know you like stuff like that. He wasn't being truthful. He wasn't being honest. And a lot of us are like that. We you know what I'm saying, we've been with our person for what 5, 8 years, whatever have you, and we're still not honest with our person. We're honest with ourselves. Oh yeah, I like this and I like that, but we're not honest with our person. I don't like cheesecake, but I'm gonna act like I like cheesecake because you like cheesecake. I don't feel like when you get into a relationship that you have to be the same as the other person. I feel like you just have to be you, and then you guys find that happy medium, that balance. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you should have to be the other person. I don't want the other person to be me. I just want the person to understand who I am and that I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So you got to be truthful. You got to be honest. Life is too short. Life is too short. If you're not happy and you have to go out and find happiness somewhere, I should tell you something right there. Ooh, and I'm also going to do something else because I've been hearing some stuff why people cheat in the first place. And somebody asked me, he said, so if you have to go out and cheat, why don't you just end the marriage? That's the topic right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. But I know the answer to it. I know the answer to it, and we're gonna speak about it. Hey, thank you guys who have been watching. I know most of my viewers came here and are subscribed to me because of my ex-wife, and they like to hear the drama and all of that. But like I told you guys, hey, I'll probably be the only YouTuber to actually say please unsubscribe, because that's not what we're here for. We are here to elevate. We are here to grow. We are here to put truth on ourselves, and we are here to move forward in life in a positive direction. And that's it. Anything negative like that, man, I'm not. It just, I don't want it, and I mean that. I don't want it. So, just to recap, the truth will set you free. Be true to yourself. To thy own self be true. I think that was Shakespeare. To thy own self be true. Because once you know what you want, once you know what you love, and it's going to make you happy, then that's going to dictate your future. It's going to dictate how you think. It's going to dictate who you date. It's going to dictate what job you get. It's going to dictate how you do everything. So it's super important for you to know what makes you happy, what you love, you know what I'm saying? And you go from there. It always starts with self. It starts with self all the time. You want to change this thing, you want to change that, you have the power to do so. But you got to first change that shit in here. You got to change it up here first and know that I can do it. And 9 times out of 10 you can. You can change your environment. You can change the way you talk, the way you look. All that shit is on you. All right. And if you're not in a good environment, it ain't making you happy, when you have the power to move. All right. I'm good. I'm happy. And I haven't been happy in a while. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited to get back to my kids and be more in their lives. I feel like sometimes this is some truth too. I feel like now my kids have never said this, but I do feel like maybe my kids might think that they don't have a dad. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they might think that they don't have a dad anymore, and this new guy, you know what I'm saying, is not going to be their daddy. And I just want to make sure that they know that that's not the case at all. That daddy's here in Texas because of work, and before you know it, I will be there, and I won't miss as many things as I am right now. Now, I won't be able to be there every day because of my job that I'm choosing, but I mean, if I can see my kids every weekend, that's definitely better than seeing them every 4 or 5 months, because that's not a good relationship, especially when you have little kids. And I just want to be more present, more present. You know, it isn't about gifts. It isn't about buying them things or taking them places, even though one of my goals is to take my kids to Disney World. It's about being there. It's about being a presence. You know what I'm saying? Watching your kids come off the school bus, and you know, you being there with your arms open and they come running to you, and taking family pictures, and you know, being there for the birthdays and stuff like those stuff matter. Those things matter. When I look back on my life, my mom was a single mom. She raised me and my younger brother. She came to like 4 or 5 of my baseball games. I was a pitcher, and you know, so I used to get embarrassed because she would be in the crowd, you know what I'm saying, whooping and hollering, and the go boy, throw that ball, you know. So I'd be like, damn, mom, would you calm down? You're embarrassing the shit out of me. But I appreciate it so much. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a dad growing up, so she was all I had. And I know we were speaking one time, and she was like, I didn't think you know what I'm saying, you cared if I was there or not. I said, Mom, were you kidding me? You know, you were all I had. So hell yeah, I played harder. I played better knowing that she was there. And so I want to be there for my children, period. No, daddy is not the best. I may come up to the game smelling like weed, okay? Don't judge me. No, but I'm there. I'm present. You know what I'm saying? I'm there, and I want to be there, and I want to be better, and I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to be there for the father-daughter dances, and I want to be there to talk to my son about sex, and you know what I'm saying? I just want to be there, and I'm not gonna try to be there. I am gonna be there. Yeah, I'm going to be working, but I'm not trying to miss anything at all. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Whatever amount of time that God is gonna allow me to be here, I want to spend it with them. I want to spend it with them. And, God willing, if God allows it, I want to have all my kids together. And, maybe they all won't be in Virginia at the same time all the time. But as you see, I had all my kids for Christmas, and that was beautiful. And I cried, and I loved it. And I can still look back on that time and say I had all of my children together for Christmas. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I didn't get a present. They were my, well, yeah. I mean, like, you couldn't buy that. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't buy that. My present, my present was to have all of my children together, and that was the best gift that I could have. It was wonderful. And I'm looking forward to next Christmas to have all my kids. So if I have to fly to Texas to pick up Kobe and bring him to Virginia, and we have that Christmas. I mean, it is what it is. As long as I have all my babies together. And as you guys know, man, like, it's a strain. It's such a strain to try to see your kids when they're in different states. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just really is. Either it's finance, or it's your job, or I think it's just those two. Either you can't afford the damn trip, or you're at work. So I have it already in my mind that I have to make sure that I'm in Kobe's life just as much as I am in Kobe's, in Corey's life, in Jericho's life, and Kalia's life. You know what I'm saying? I just got to make sure I'm there. And if I'm working and then I'm not working, I'm with my kids, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really leave a lot of space for anything else. A lot of, you know what I'm saying? There isn't a lot of, room left for bullshit. There isn't a lot of room left for arguing. There isn't a lot of a room left for mistakes. So I'm just trying to narrow it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to narrow it down. But thank you guys for watching. I didn't hit an hour yet. I'm really feeling this hoodie. I like it. Go Nigeria. I start following some pages on Instagram and on YouTube about Nigeria. I'm planning some trips. I got to redo my passport. My light just went off, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I think that's, you know what I'm saying. What do you do at 40? at 45, you're gonna make sure that you're stable financially. I gotta work on that shit. I've made some mistakes in the military that I can't make back, so I'm gonna be hustling my ass off out here in the civilian world. You know what I'm saying? I won't speak about my stuff right now, but I have opportunities to catch up, and that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a savings account for my kids. I never had one. I want to have something for them. I want to be able to take trips. I want to be able to see some stuff, and just live the life that I can, and while I still can. And I'm gonna keep saying that. Oh, Dad, stop saying that. Stop saying that. Well, you know what? I do say that because we are just human. We're only human, and it takes just that for us to die. You can eat the wrong thing and die. Something can fall on you and you can die. You know what I'm saying? You can get hit in the head with a football in your temple and die. We're very strong. We are strong, but at the same time, we are very fragile. It doesn't take much to kill a human being. And like I said, you can go at any time. You can die going to work. There's so many ways that you can go. So I will continue saying that, because in the back of my mind, to me, it's a motivation. You better do this shit before you die. You better go to these places and travel before you die. You better stay happy and smile as much as you can, because at any time you could die. So it's motivation for me. I'm not sure how you look at it, And I hope you look at it and take it as a positive that we don't have much time. So all the things that you wanted to do, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Love you like you do. Love. Do those things. Even if you don't, even if it's not great, you're not doing it for other people, doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. Do it for you. All right. I said that I'm gonna make a song. Now I have no excuses. I have the mic. I have, all these resources, and I may not sound good, and whatever. But I wanna do a recording. I wanna do a little rap song or some shit like that, or R&B song, and what I'm saying, shit, it might sound good to me. You don't know how it's gonna sound, but I just don't want to say, "Oh, I didn't get a chance to." Yes, you did. You had You had ample time. You had 40 years on this earth. You had 60 years on this earth. You had time to do it. You wanted to be an actor. Why didn't you do it? You were waiting for the right time. Well, you died before the right time came. You had all this time to do it, but you didn't do it. You're focusing on other things. You was focusing on this. Obviously, these things were more important than your dream. That's all I'm saying, guys. Well, ladies, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I want it. I want it. I want that happiness. I want that peace. And the only way, honestly, for you to get it is to go get it. It ain't just gonna fall in your lap. You honestly have to go, you have to work for that. You have to work in the sense of saying you have to stay focused. You got to stay steady. I'm gonna tell y'all some more truth too. I'm really bad when it comes to like focusing. Really, really bad. I lose focus real quick. And what's the other word? Oh man, I had it. When you push things to the last minute, what's it called? Procrastination. I'm really bad at that shit too. And this is once again is truth. It's not talking about yourself badly. It's being honest. Okay, these are things that I need to work on. If I want to be successful, if I want to make these things happen, then I have to work on my focus. I have to work on my scheduling. I have to work on my work-life balance. You know what I'm saying? These are things that you have to talk to yourself about in order to be better. And nothing wrong with that. And I love friends. It's good to have friends and people around you. But you need to have good friends around you, positive people around you. That's going to push you. That's going to help you. That's going to get you to that goal. That's what you want. Hey, we don't have time for negativity. We don't have time for negativity in 2023. We don't have time for it. We don't have time for naysayers. We don't have time for people that's going to drain our energy. We don't have time for that shit. We just don't have time for it. Life is too short. I'm going to keep saying it until you get it. I'm going to keep saying it until I get it. I'm going to keep saying it. Stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating. Make it happen. One step at a time. You don't have to do it all in one setting. All right? But make little baby steps towards it. Little baby steps matter as long as you're going forward. All right? Sitting on your ass and saying, "Oh, I hope and I wish and I could and I should," ain't going to get it done. All right? So thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I am going to try my best to do one of these each week. I said that before. I know. But I'm not working right now. So there's no excuse for me to do this. The only excuse that I have is Corey. I mean, it's Kobe. I keep saying Corey. It's Kobe. Kobe sleep has been off the chains, and he's a whole job right now. So, but like I said, I love it. I get up in the morning and start my day with Kobe. So it is what it is. I don't go back to work till March 31st is my last day in the Army. So I'm not gonna start working until February. Of course, I'll take you guys with me and all that good stuff. Matter of fact, I'm talking too much. I'll put that in a whole other video. I'll save it for next week lives. Okay. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I didn't get all the comments. Let me check real quick. Yeah. Karina, you know when you leave the house, but you don't know, you come back. You're absolutely right. My birthday is March 26th. Hey, Nicole. Love me some Kobe. Hey, Yali. Kobe's awesome. Thank you, Nicole, for being here. Have a good morning. Yali said, God will show you the way, Des, and open the doors for you. Amen. Amen. We're gonna have a speaking session, or I'm gonna speak, and you guys can type me about how I feel about God and how I feel about religion and how I feel about miracles and how I feel about coincidences and how I feel about the universe. How I feel about the universe. Yeah, that'd be a good segment. I'm not saying I don't believe in God or anything like that. I'm not saying that because I definitely pray and I talk to Him, but I'm gonna just leave it right there. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. The other video, my weekly video, is what I do every 3-4 days. Is coming up tomorrow. I just uploaded it, and like I said, I want to be able to be consistent with my uploading, and also with that consistency, I also want to make sure that I'm putting up quality videos. So, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Excuse me. Coming up on this channel, I will speak about which trucking company that I'm going to be going with. I'm going to explain why I chose that trucking company and why I chose to be a truck driver. If you guys want to know why I chose that job, and just everything. I'm going to give you a recap and up to dates. You know what I'm saying, when I'm leaving Texas and all that good stuff. And thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. So good morning and good night. Hopefully I can sleep. I can lay down. Because what's been happening is I'm tired and I lay down and then I can't sleep because my mind's racing. And my mind's racing and I'm thinking about my future. I have anxiety about what my future is going to be. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's abnormal. It's just I'm curious. I'm nervous. Like I said, I have no more room for mistakes. No more room for mistakes. No more excuses. Oh, I should have done this, or no. I like weed, guys. I like to smoke. But it's not more important than my children. It's not more important than my career. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I still want to have a good time. I still want to be happy. But at the same time, you got to put things in perspective. What's important? What's not important? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Every day is another opportunity to learn. And I'm just learning myself. Same way you guys are learning you, I'm learning myself. And I'm happy with what I'm seeing. I'm happy with the growth. And I'm trying to be better each and every day. So thank you for watching. I already said that like 8 times. I'm leaving. Thank you guys. I'm still trying to figure out though how to have it where you guys can call in and I can incorporate things in my live. I added a app, but I don't know how to do it. That's not it. All right, y'all. Peace. Have a good morning. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys soon. If you have comments, comment down in the videos. My email has been the same. I've gotten three more, three more emails. I got to read those too since my last video of emails. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Be safe out there, and I'll see you guys next week. All right. Peace.